So have your 2 blocks to the front of your mat and have your strap about halfway back. We're not going to use these items immediately. And sit up with your legs out long in front of you. Have your knees bent a lot. And catch opposite elbow overhead. Pull the skin of the triceps and pull your elbows up, lifting the sternum, lifting the chest slightly. So you're in like a little upper body back bend. And fold over the legs. Keep the elbows together. See if you can kind of slide your armpits down towards your knees. Let your head hang. Make sure your stomach is making contact with the top of your thighs. If it's not, bend your knees more. And as long as you have that contact, you can kind of walk your butt back. So if your stomach is already making contact, then you can walk your butt back. Release the elbows, slide them under the calves. So you're grabbing the Achilles or like the back of your ankle, and then kind of wrap the biceps in and push your forearms into the lower leg. Let the head hang. And then thread each arm so you're grabbing a hold of opposite shin. So you're threading the right arm between the legs and the left arm. The right hand grabs a hold of the front of the left shin, left hand grabs a hold of the front of the right shin. And again, fold. Keep the stomach making contact with the thighs. You can walk the hips back any amount more. And then from here, release the right arm. I'm gonna end up having my back turned to you. Reach the right arm up and out behind you and really lift the chest. Look back towards your right thumb. Follow your right hand as you reach it forward. Grab the outside of the left foot with the right hand. And you'll do the same thing on the other side. So release the left hand, reach it out long back behind you, reach the chest forward, look towards that left thumb. And then reach the left arm forward, follow the left thumb with your gaze and grab a hold of the outside of the right foot. Release the right arm again, reach the right arm back behind you. This time you're going to lean back and lift the right leg up. Kick the right foot forward, press out the ankle to stack the vertebrae, lift the chest, and turn, twist towards your right. Place the right foot down, bend the knees, catch opposite elbow. See if you can take the opposite clasp. So the way that doesn't come naturally, just kind of switch it. Bend the knees a lot again. Lift the chest, pull the skin of the elbows up, and fold over your legs. Hook the hook the armpits onto the knees. See if you can rest them there. And then you may be able to walk your butt back a little. Make sure the stomach is making contact with the tops of the thighs. Release the grip on the elbows, slide the hands underneath the lower legs, grab hold of the ankles, fold. And then grab a hold of the fronts of your shins. So the arms are crossed underneath the calves, opposite hand to opposite shin. This time, reach the left arm back behind you. Really lift and reach your sternum forward. Take your gaze towards your back left thumb. Follow the hand with your gaze as you reach it forward and take the left hand to the outside of the right foot. Release the right arm, reach it back behind you, look back towards that right thumb. Reach the chest forward and again, sweep the right arm forward, grab a hold of the outside of the left foot. Again, release the left hand, reach it back behind you, lift and lengthen the spine, lean back, hover the left foot. You can straighten both legs here. Press firmly into that left foot, lift the chest, and steer the sternum towards the left. Circle the left hand forward, release the left foot down. Come to hands and knees. Cat-cow. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the tail. Exhale, tuck and round the spine. Just a few rounds. Integrating breath with movement. And then from cat-cow, find a neutral spine, so not quite rounded, not quite arched. Tuck the toes under, hover the knees just above the mat. So you're in like a bear pose. Push the floor away with the hands. So you're kind of lifting and puffing between the shoulder blades. And then take the hips up and back, downward facing dog. You can walk the feet back a couple of inches. Feel free to alternate bending one knee, straightening the other. I like to shift my weight side to side, kind of feeling into your body. Bend the knees, rise high onto the balls of the feet, look towards your hands, step up to a forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, nice long spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms high, come up to stand. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then relax your arms by your side. I'm going to turn and face you for this. You'll relax your right ear towards your right shoulder and let your right arm just hang slack by your right side. We'll call this sleepy abdominals. Feel for drawing your navel in and cinching in around your waist. I like to take my left hand to my lower ribs just so I can get that feedback that I'm kind of corseting the ribs in. As you exhale, relax the head, side bend to the right. Really slide that right arm down the right side body as much as you can. Use the inhale and feel for zipping up through the rib cage, one vertebrae at a time. Keep going. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, zipping up through the ribs. Keep the right ear relaxed towards the right shoulder. Feeling for really isolating the obliques. Let's take about 2 more rounds. And after your second round, carefully pick up the head. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Catch a hold of the right wrist with the left hand. Cross the right ankle behind the left. Side bend to the left. Really lift and arc and reach out that right side body. And then relax the arms by your side. Same thing, other side. Relax the left ear towards the left shoulder. Let the left arm hang slack. Again, option to take the right hand to the low ribs just for a little bit of feedback. Exhale, keep the low ribs corseted in. Relax into that left side body, side bend to the left. Inhale, without lifting the head, stack the vertebrae one at a time. Keep those low ribs drawn in. Keep going, following this breath pattern. And really trying to exaggerate how slow you can go here. Maintaining a lot of control, maintaining a lot of awareness. Let's take about 2 more rounds here. And after the second round, inhale, sweep the arms high overhead. Grab a hold of the left wrist with the right hand. Cross the left ankle behind the right. Side bend to the right. Really lift and expand and stretch through that left side rib cage. And come upright, relax the arms down by your side. Stand to the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Take your feet nice and wide, setting up for a Malasana squat. Exhale, hands to heart center. Sit into your yogi squat. Try not to drop the hips into kind of like a passive place. Really press into the feet, lift the butt a little bit so it's a bit more active. Take the left arm to the inside of the left thigh. Reach the right arm up for a nice twist. Spread through the collarbones. Really press into the feet. Take your left hand down to the mat. Step your left foot back for a wide leg kneeling lunge. Tap the left knee down. Take your left elbow to the ground. Take your right hand to the inside of the right thigh, and let me shift so that you guys can see. So it looks like that. And then you'll come onto the outer edge of the right foot, push the right thigh bone away, and then turn your chest to the right. So you're in a nice big twist. Really big hip opener here. Tuck the left toes under. We're transitioning into a left side forearm plank. Lift the left knee. Step the right foot back to meet left. Feet can stagger or stack. Reach the right arm high. Push the left elbow down to the ground. Keep those hips nice and lifted. And then forearm plank. Right elbow comes down to the mat to meet left. Take your palms together. Thumbs up. Stack the elbows underneath the shoulders. From here, we're going to come forward onto our toes. Tap our nose towards our thumbs. Come back to forearm plank. Let's do 2 more of those. Exhale, come forward, nose to thumb. Inhale, forearm plank. Last round, nose to thumb. Forearm plank. Tap the hips down. Forehead to the mat, arms down by your side. Flip the palms down. Press frontal hip bones into the mat. Big toes touch, so internal rotation through the inner thighs. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the arms to hover, lift the thighs for locust pose. Exhale, hands to the mat, toes tuck. Press the heels back, lift the thighs, come up through high plank, downward facing dog. Just gathering the breath here. Walk the feet forward about 1 inch. Press the left hand and right foot firmly down into the mat. Reach your right arm underneath for the back left ankle, and then look underneath that left armpit. Release the right hand, switch sides. Press the right hand and left foot firmly down onto the mat. Really anchor it. Reach the left arm back for the right ankle. Twist, look underneath the right armpit. Release the left hand. Step up to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms high, come up to stand. Hands to heart center. Step the feet nice and wide, setting up for your Malasana squat again. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Come into that nice low squat, but keep the butt a little bit lifted, press into the feet, make it a little bit more active. Take the right arm to the inside of the right thigh. Reach the left arm nice and high for a twist. Press firmly into the feet. Make sure that left knee doesn't want to collapse inward. So keep it reaching out. Right hand to the mat. Step the right foot back for a nice wide-legged revolved lunge. Tap the right knee down. Take the right elbow down to the mat. Left hand finds the center of the left inner thigh. Roll to the outer edge of the left foot. Push that left thigh bone away. Reach the crown of the head forward and twist. Tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee. Step the left foot back to meet the right, side plank. Feet stagger or stack. Reach that left arm nice and high. Left elbow comes down to the mat to meet right forearm plank, palms touch, and then again, exhale, come forward onto the toes, tap your nose to your thumb. Inhale, forearm plank. 2 more rounds, just like that. This is like the yoga equivalent of a body saw. If you're familiar with that exercise. We're doing a total of 3, and then tap the knees down, slide the arms by your side, forehead to the mat. Inhale, locust. Everything lifts to hover. Spread through the front of the chest. Point the toes. Take the hands to the mat underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes under. Press into the heels, lift the thighs. Come up through chaturanga to plank. And downward facing dog. Hips lift nice and high. Walk the feet in so you're in a short stance, downward facing dog. This time, press into the right hand and left foot. Left arm reaches underneath, grab a hold of the right ankle. And switch sides. Firm into the left hand and right foot. Right arm reaches under for the left ankle. Both hands to the mat, bend the knees, step your feet up to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms high, come up to stand, hands to heart center. At the top of your mat, bend the knees, sit the hips back, chair pose. Extend the arms out in front of you. Feel for pressing into the corners of the feet. So feel the inner and outer ball mounds of the feet. Then begin to pay a little bit more attention to the left foot. Firm the left foot heavy into the mat, setting up for tree pose. Come to balance on that left foot, step the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. And then take the hands, either catching opposite elbow or taking reverse namaste behind the back. Lift the heart, spread the collarbones. Push your left heel down into the ground. Push your left thigh into your right foot and your right foot into the left thigh. Lift the belly button, corset the low ribs in. Release the arms, place the right foot down to meet left, chair pose. Again, sense the bottoms of the feet. Really feel for spreading the toes wide and pressing into the big and little toe ball mounds. Get heavier, get firmer, get steadier in that right foot. Begin to straighten the right leg. Pick the left foot up. Place it in the inside of the right thigh for tree pose on the left side. And again, same options. Either catching opposite elbow or reverse namaste. Spread across the collarbones. Firm your right foot down into the floor. Push your right thigh into your left foot and your left foot into your right thigh. Lift and draw the belly button in. Corset those low ribs in. Really cinch in around the waist. And place the left foot down to meet right, chair pose. If you're not at the front of the mat, step forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step the left foot back, come into warrior two. So left foot is about parallel with the back edge of the mat, right toes face forward, then deep into that right knee. Take the arms nice and wide. Flip the right palm, reverse the warrior, relax the left arm down the left leg, reach that right arm up and back, Get big and expansive through that right side rib cage. Now this next shape is a little funky. It's called head to foot pose. Take, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Reach your right arm down, grab a hold of the back of the right ankle with the right hand, and then soften that right shoulder right into the knee. Take the left hand down, reach the left hand in front of the right ankle. So both hands grab the ankle. Keep that left foot firm. Use the pull of the arms to relax the head down and get your head as close to your foot as you can, hence head to foot pose. Keep that back left foot nice and strong. And you might be feeling the right leg at this point. That's fine. Release the grip on the right foot. Walk your hands to the center of your mat. Turn your right toes to face the same direction as the left. So we're coming into a prasarita, wide leg straddle fold. And then walk the hands underneath and behind you. Bend the knees slightly, halfway lift. Bend the left knee a lot. Walk your hands to the back left corner of your mat. So they're like downward facing dog arms. And you're walking them right in front of that left foot. So it's a nice big side body stretch through the right side. From here, pivot the left toes to face the back of your mat. So we're all facing the back of our mat. Take your left hand to the ground, to the inside of that left lower leg. Reach the right arm up over the right ear. So you're in extended side angle pose to the back of your mat. Setting up for a bind, take the right hand behind your low back. Thread the left arm underneath the left thigh and reach for the fingers. If you have your strap nearby, hence it should be in the middle of your mat, you can grab a hold of your strap and hand the strap over to the right hand with the left. Roll the right shoulder back. Reach the chest forward. Look over your right shoulder. If you have a hold of the strap, place it aside. Walk your hands forward to the front of your mat. So you're going to lunge over that right leg. Step the right foot back to meet left. High plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, untuck the toes. Lift the chest, hover the hips off the mat, up dog. Downward facing dog, tuck the toes under. Lift the hips up and back. And return to your breath. Return to the steadiness. Return to the fluidness. Return to the ease, the continuity. Just allowing that heat, allowing that the power, the strength of that series to kind of settle. Bend the knees a lot. Look forward towards the hands. Step up to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, hands to heart center. Same thing, other side. Inhale, sweep the arms high. Exhale, bow and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Keep that length. Step the right foot back. You're coming into a warrior two. So I just turned so that I can still face you. But your left toe should be to the front of the mat, right foot parallel to the back edge. Reverse warrior, flip the left palm, reach the left arm up and back. Head to foot pose. Take the left hand behind the left ankle. Really slide that left shoulder as close to the left knee as possible. Grab a hold of the front of the left ankle with the right arm. Use the strength of the arms to relax the head towards the foot. Press nice and firm and strong into that back right foot. So the back right leg is doing equally as much work as the front. Release the hands, pivot the left toe, setting up for that wide leg straddle fold. How about to stand in the wide leg straddle fold? Take your hands to clasp behind your back. Press the palms together. Bend your elbows, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest. Bring a slight bend to the knees so it's a little bit easy in the knees, and then forward fold. So Prasarita with a nice shoulder release. Release the clasp of the hands, halfway lift. Walk the hands in front of you underneath the shoulders. Bend your right knee a lot and walk the arms like downward facing dog arms to the right corner of your mat. Let the head hang, arc the left side body. And then pivot the right toes. So again, you're facing the back of your mat, warrior 2 feet. Get that right shoulder nice and close to the right knee. Left arm lifts, extended side angle pose. Reach the left arm forward. So bicep is over the right, bicep is over the left ear. Setting up for a bind, take the left hand behind the back. Option to grab a hold of your strap with the right hand. Thread the right arm underneath the right thigh. And then again, push the right bicep into the right thigh. Roll the left shoulder open. Lift the chest, lengthen it. Look over the left shoulder. And then release. Walk your hands to the front of your mat. Lunge over that left leg. Step right, left foot back to meet right. High plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Tap the knees down. Sit onto your butt with your legs out long in front of you. If you'd like to take a sip of water, now is a good time. Setting up kind of like that Paschimottanasana series that we started with, but taking it into a little bit different direction. To start off with the legs out in front of you, knees bend a lot. I really like clasping the elbows up overhead and taking that upper body back bend. If you prefer to have the arms straight and take a little different variation, you're more than welcome to. Forward fold over the legs. Really connect the belly to the top of your thighs. And then release the clasp of the hands, grab a hold of the feet. Wrap your first 2 finger and thumb around your 2 big toes. So right hand grabs a hold of right big toe, left hand, left big toe. Extend your chest forward. Push your left heel down and then pull your right knee in. Pull your right knee in as close to your right elbow as you can get it. Lift and turn your chest towards that right shin. So this is the very, very bent knee archer pose. Place the right foot down to meet the left. Keep the knees just as bent. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Keep the lock, the yogi toe lock. Press into the right heel. Lift the chest, lift the left leg. Turn towards your left shin. So feel for lifting and stacking the vertebrae as much as you can, keeping a hold of those right toes, and lifting and twisting to the left as much as possible. Place the left heel down. Walk your butt back a couple of inches. So Again, lift, reach the chest forward, melt the belly onto the tops of the thighs. Coming back to archer on the right side, press the left heel down, pull the right knee in towards the right armpit. Lift the chest, turn to the right. I know, it's a bit funky. Really root down through your sits bones. Lift the chest, feel for spreading the collarbones across the chest. Place the right foot down to meet left. Keep the legs where they are, keep the butt where it is. Press the right heel down, root down through your sits bones. Lift the left knee up in towards the left armpit. Keep a hold of the right foot. Stack and lift the vertebrae as much as you can. Twist to the left. Place the left foot down, and then we're going to do this one more time on each side. Walk the butt back. You can have straight legs this time if you like. Again, start off in that Paschimottanasana fold. Halfway lift, think of a cow spine, lifting the chest. Keep the grip on the left toes. Firm the back of the leg down into the mat. Bend the right knee, pull it in towards the right armpit. Lift the chest, turn and twist to the right. Tongue out for concentration. And other side. Start off in that Paschimottanasana fold. So hold, inhale, halfway lift. Think of that cow spine. Root down through the right shin, root down through the sits bones. Bend the left knee, pick it up, pull it in. Get that knee in as close to the armpit as possible. Lift the chest, turn to the left. And place the left foot down. Come on upright. Grab a hold of your 2 blocks or whatever other props you've got. You can use like a step stool or a stack of books for this. Just make sure that they're sturdy and they don't slide around. You can either work at the center or the top edge of your mat. I'm going to work in the center so that you can see me. And you may have your strap nearby for support. If you don't have a strap, you can use a towel. You may or may not need it. Setting up for bird of paradise. Step your left foot onto your stack of blocks or books, whatever you're working with. And come into like a wide leg forward fold. So the right foot's going to be a little bit wide. Forward fold over the legs. Slide that left armpit as close to the left knee as possible. And set up for the bind. So thread the left arm underneath the left thigh. Reach the left hand to your low back. And either handing the strap to the left hand with the right, or simply binding with the right arm. Before you go anywhere, roll the right shoulder back. Then, like we were setting up for tree, really firm into the big and little toe ball mounds of the right foot. And then get nice and light on that left leg by lifting the left heel. So left toes are still on the block. And then as you firm into that right leg, get lighter and lighter and lighter and come up to stand. Really pull the left thigh in to the left side body. Squeeze the shoulders back. As your body allows, you may play around with extending the left leg. Bird of paradise. Strong in the right leg, strong and lit up in the left. Chest is lifted. To come out, you'll come out the same way you came in. Carefully bend the left knee. Slowly lower the right knee, left foot to the blocks. Return to that forward fold. Unbind the arms. And then you can place the left foot down on the mat. I really like a nice restorative fold after this. Stack your blocks. It can be either the tallest height or medium height. And rest the front of your forehead, the hairline, right onto the blocks. If you're not working with yoga blocks at home, you can simply fold, catch opposite elbow. And carefully come upright to stand. Set up your blocks to the right. Make sure they're stacked, or you can restack your stack of books, whatever you're working with. Set up for that wide leg forward fold with the right foot perched onto your blocks. If you're working with your strap, make sure it's handy. Forward fold over the legs. Soften the right shoulder to the inside of that right knee pit. Thread the right arm behind the back. And then option to hand the strap with the left hand to the right. Get nice and strong in that left leg. So you might bend the knees a lot here. Get nice and light onto the right toes. So lift the heel. You can stay here if you like, or as your body allows, as your strength allows, press into the left foot, carefully come up to stand. Get steady standing first, and then option to extend the right leg. Lift, spread the collarbones, lift the chest, draw the shoulders in and back. Nice firm grip through the hands. Press firmly into that left leg and then really light up that right leg. To come out, bend the right knee, lower the right toes to your block, unbind the arms, and then forward fold. Up to you if you liked that block stack, or simply just catching opposite elbow, let the head dangle. If you have the blocks underneath the forehead, place on the side. Make your way down onto your mat. However you want to get there. And lay on your back. You can move your props out of the way, you won't need them. Take the arms nice and wide, like a T or a goalpost of the arms. Press into the feet, shimmy the hips to the left a couple of inches, and then let the legs fall to the right for an easy recline twist. Allow both shoulder blades to soften into the support of the floor beneath you. It's okay if the left shoulder blade is slightly lifted. Allow the breath to be soft, to be fluid. Allow it to follow its natural pace, its natural rhythm. Unravel. Land with your knees bent, feet flat on the mat. Press into the feet, lift the hips. Shimmy the hips to the right an inch or two, and then let the legs fall to the left for an easy recline twist to the left. Again, allow the breath to move freely. Feel the backs of the shoulder blades, the upper back, relax into the floor. Allow the belly to be soft. And unravel your twist. Center yourself on the mat with the knees bent, feet flat. Arms rest down by your side. This is less of a back bend and more about just engaging the glutes. Press into the heels, push the shoulder blades back, lift the hips off the mat. Push the heels down and feel for tractioning the heels back as you send your shins forward. So it's a glute bridge, more about the glutes. Rest the hips down. This variation of the glute bridge is going to be more about the inner thighs. Heel toe the feet together so inner thighs touch. It's okay if the ankles are a little bit apart, but get them as close as your body will allow. Come onto the toes, so heels lift. Press into the toes, lift the hips, squeeze inner thighs together. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Inner thighs are touching, ankles may or may not be touching. Press the shoulders back. Squeeze inner thighs together. Hold here, another breath. And lower the hips down. Take the soles of the feet together, the knees wide. Don't let the knees come as wide as possible, so keep it a little bit more active, really pressing into the outer edges of the feet. This time, reach the arms up and feel for lifting the shoulder blades off the mat a bit. This is going to be for kind of the outer part of the glutes. Press into the edges of the feet, lift the hips. So you're in like a butterfly pose or Baddha Konasana, reclined Baddha Konasana with the hips lifted. Keep lifting the shoulder blades away from the mat, away from the floor. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your bum bum. And lower down, catch opposite elbow overhead. This time you can allow the knees to be passive. Unclasp the hands up overhead. Use the help of the hands to bring the knees to bend, feet flat. Heel toe your feet as wide as your mat. Let your knees drop in for constructive rest. Option to place one hand over the heart, one hand over the belly. Just finding a neutral spine. Option to stay here for final rest or to extend arms and legs out long by your side. If there's an alternate shape on your side, on your belly that you prefer to take, you're more than welcome to take that shape instead. Simply find a place you are comfortable in, somewhere you can allow your breath to be easy. Somewhere you can really lean into the stillness, lean into the quiet, and allow this practice to really seep in. Somewhere you can really be with the residue of this practice. If you would like a little bit more time here, feel free to pause or mute. If not, carefully roll over onto your side. And use the help of the hands to come upright to a comfortable seat. Hands either rest in your lap or come to heart center. Just close the eyes. And in these final moments, either turning your attention towards the breath, simply noticing it, taking this time to be grateful or express gratitude, taking this time to set intention. Whatever it is, just find something that connects you to this practice. Thank you and namaste.